Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my Vivi Creations channel. On this channel, these are what I upload, and I upload videos every week. So today I want to show you how to make bust pleats, okay, on ball dress. So I've been giving tutorial on how to make ball dress on this channel. So I've also taught how to make the upper part, that is the bodice, okay. So in case you have not watched any of those videos, I'll be leaving the link in the description box below so you check it out. And if you're new to this channel, you're very much welcome. Do well to hit on the subscribe button below to be part of this wonderful family, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell beside it so that you will not miss out on any of my videos. So now let's start making the bust plate.
So to do that, the total length of your dress minus the top is what you will measure, plus your hemming allowance and joining allowance. So I have hemmed mine here already. So you just cut it out straight, and the width will be 3 times the waist measurement. So it can be more than that, but let it not be lower than that. Okay, so 3 times or more the waist measurement. So when by the time you pleat and you've gotten up to the length of your waist, then you can stop pleating. So I'll show you how to do that. So like I said, 3 times and not shorter than that, so you can see how long it is. So this 3 times the waist measurement. Then the length is the total length of the dress minus the upper part. That's what I have here, plus the allowance I'm using to join it at the upper part, and the hemming allowance. Okay, and I've hemmed mine already. So now it's time to start making the bust pleats. So what you will do is this: since the dress will be having zipper, you first of all mark out your zipper allowance. So it should be on the both sides, but you start from one side. So I'll mark out 1 inch, which is the zipper allowance. So by the time you have marked out the zipper allowance, you now start marking how bold you want your bust pleat to be. So you can take about 3 to 4 inches. So 4 inches is okay for me. So I'll use 4 inches. So what you do from that zipper allowance mark, you start marking how bold you want it to be. So I'll mark the 4 inches. Okay, so you just keep marking 4 inches. So I don't know if you can see the chalk mark, but what I'm doing is just marking 4 inches. So you just mark as long as you can, then you start pleating, and as you pleat you mark. So just want to mark enough. So I'll just keep marking it like so. So now by the time you have marked, the next thing is to start pleating. Okay, so first of all, you will take this is the zipper allowance mark. So this is the first mark, the first mark, that is a 4 inches mark. So what I'll do is to take it and come to this zipper allowance mark. Okay, so I'll just bring it from there and meet at this point. Then I'll hold it down with my pin. So while you are doing this, you can iron it down, but I just want to first of all pleat it, that is, hold it down with pin. After pinning it down, then I would arrange it and iron. So by the time you have brought the first one here, what you do now, you take the second one, the second mark, to meet the next mark here. Okay, remember I marked 4 inches. So you pick one mark, you meet the other, and I have the first box pleat here. Okay, so you can see it. This is the first box pleat. Then at the back, this is what it looks like. Okay, so at the back we have it inverted like this. So that is it. By the time you have done this, what you will do is just pin this inverted pleat together. Okay, so you can just pin it together. It is not compulsory. It's not compulsory. You can just keep pleating, or just to, keep it in place there. So by the time you have done this first one, you go again to the next mark, you pick it up and you bring it to meet this point here. Okay, so you bring it again and you pin it down here. So this is what you keep doing. By the time you have brought this one here, the next one will go this way. The next mark, you pick it and bring it to the next mark. So this is what you continue doing until you have gotten to the length of the, that is, you've gotten to your waist measurement. So as you do it, you measure. Okay, that is as you have, when you have gone far, you measure it to see if you have gotten the waist measurement. Then you stop pleating. So now we have the second bust pleat. Okay, so you just continue going like that. After making the bust pleat, the next one you bring it, then the next one you take it. Okay, so let me do it one more time. You bring this one here. So that's how you need to mark it. So when you have exhausted the mark you made, you create another one. Like now I have just one left. So I'll continue marking again my 4 inches from that point. So I mark 4 inches. Continue marking like that. Then I'll pleat again. So now I've come this way. So this other mark would come this way to meet this one. Okay, then I would pin it down there. You can see it. So you can see how it looks. So I'll continue doing this, and when I'm done, then I would iron it. Okay, so I'll press it, give it a very good press. So that is it. So I'll just continue pleating. So like I said, you can always hold down the pleat at the back, that is inverted pleat at the back. You can just hold it down with pin, just put it in place there. Okay, so that is it. So this one will come over here like this to meet this one. We'll hold it down. Then this one will go this way. So I would mark again. So that is just it about making the bust pleat. So I'll continue. When I'm done, you'll see what I have. Like I said, as you pleat, you measure. Okay, you measure it to see, like the waist measurement, the waist circumference I have here is 30 inches. Okay, from the back to the front is 30 inches. So as I keep pleating, I'll just place my tape and keep measuring it. So here now I've gotten 13 inches. So I'll keep measuring it as I pleat. Once I've gotten to 30, okay, I would stop. So that includes the zipper allowance. So I'll just continue and see what we'll have here. So you can see it. Okay, so I've pleated it until I've gotten to the waist measurement, and it's just almost, in fact, the 3 times the waist measurement I took is just accurate, because after pleating, this is what I have left. Okay, just a little bit. So like I said, as you pleat, you will just measure. Either you use your tape to measure, okay, what you have on your waist, and you also measure it on the pleat, or you can just place your top on it like this and you take it, okay, like so. So you can see this is where it stopped. So what I'll do is just to cut out the excess remaining, just which is just this little one here. Okay, so, and this is my bust pleat. So I'll go ahead and give it a very good press. Okay, so I'll show you how I will do that. So I'll just press each of the pleats down. I'll press it down, okay, and you see it. So now I'll be pressing it down. Okay, so I'll just follow the lines, the folded lines, and I'll press it. So that is just what I'll do. Okay, so just arranging it, then I'll press it down like so. And after ironing one side down, then you move to the other side. Okay, so you just keep pressing the boss from one box to the other. You just keep pressing it down like so, and you have it there. So now I'm done pressing the boss pleats. So you can see what I have here. So you can see this. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and stitch the top. So I'll just stitch it all the way down, and by the time I'm done stitching it, I'll then join it to the top. Okay, so that is it. So after stitching it, this is what I have. So you can see it. Now I would just fold it and find the midpoint. Okay, so I would notch the midpoint. So this is the midpoint here. So I'll notch it. Then I would also notch the midpoint of the bodice, okay, which I've already done. This is it. So now for the bodice, I'll fix the lining, fix the net, because I want it to be full, and this is how I did it. So after fixing the lining, I then sew the net at this edge. So even with this method, it will not touch the baby's skin at all. Okay, so you can see, I just sew it where I sew the lining, then turned it over like so. Okay, so this one now, this outer one will be on it, and on the other side we have the lining. Okay, that is where we'll be touching the baby. Everything is clean there. There's no net there. It will not touch. There's no net here to touch the baby. Okay, so you can see it. So this is the lining for the lower part and the top. Okay, so at this side now, you say join the lining separately. Okay, the lining and the net separately, and we'll have it here like so. And this is the main fabric for the bodice. I've notched the midpoint, so I'll be joining it with this lower part, okay, which is the boss pleats. So this is it. So I'll go ahead and join it where I notched the midpoint to midpoint. So just sew it to the other side and sew this one too to the other side. So I'll do that and you see it. I'll also fix the zipper. Okay, so I'll go ahead now and sew. So just by turning it this way, and I would pin it down at the midpoint. Yeah. So just pin it down at the midpoint. So I'll pin it this side because I'll be sewing from this side. So after pinning it down, I'll go ahead and stitch like so. Okay, so that's just it. Just stitch it all the way to the end. Okay, so I have stitched it. This is the boss pleats. So what I'll do next is to iron it the way I want it to be. Okay, so I'll just iron in between, then iron the top. Okay, so I also placed net under to give it a little bit fullness. So if you want it very full, and standing, what you will do is to use enough hard net. You pleat enough hard net inside, and that will make it full. Okay, and you have it standing like so. Then I also made belt for it, and also made the belt loop because the belt will be detachable. Okay, so it's just for the child to be able to wear it without the belt or wear it with the belt, and also to be able to move it so that you can have the bow wherever you want it to be. So you can decide to make the bow to be one side. You can decide to leave it at the center. Okay, so when it is worn, this is how it will relax. So the loop will help the belt stay in place. Okay, so when it is worn on the body, it will just relax at the waistline there. Okay, so that is the essence of it. Then I also made ruffle, children's dress, just decorate it enough, mostly when you're using plain fabric like this. So this bust pleat can be done with doll face. I just use shining face satin because that is what is available right now. So you can use doll face, you can use scuba, the hard scuba fabric to do this, and to be very beautiful. So for my ruffle, it's just very simple. It's very simple. What I did was just to fold my fabric like this. You can see, folded the fabric, then I use needle and thread to make running stitch at the center. Then after that I pulled it. So when I pulled it, it's then formed the ruffle. So after making that, is taking my needle and thread to just make stitch at the center, then I pulled the thread. So when I pulled the thread, it formed this ruffle you can see here. Okay, so I then stitched it to the dress, and that is it about our bust pleat. So the next video will be on how to make this loop. So I'll show you how to make the loop. So you can also have it on other dresses, not just on a ball dress. You can have it on your corporate wears, like this one. This is a jumpsuit, and I have my belt loop there because the belt is detachable. Okay, so you can see the belt and my belt loop. So you can have your belt loop on your corporate wears, your straight gowns and all that, where you want to use belt on. Okay, so it helps the belt to stay in place on your waist. Okay, so I'll show you how to do this. Here we have it. Okay, so it's not just ordinary rope, it's the loop is knitted somehow, so it's very simple to make. I'll show you. So this is just how to make our bust pleat ball gown. So you can see this is beautiful. So you can make it full and you have it there. So that is it.
And I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well to hit on the subscribe button below and also turn on the notification bell beside it so that you will not miss out on any of my videos, okay? So I'll be uploading a video on how to make the belt loop. See you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching.